Hey, welcome back to DVB Vox Pop. It's Nying Su. For this week episode, I invited Paul, Thai friend who work closely with Myanmar issues. Paul, welcome to DVB Vox Pop.
I'm glad to be here.
Can you briefly introduce yourself?
Now I work for Burma Concern, and which is the organization that work in about Myanmar issues, and I also journalist in Lanner. Lanner is a northern Thai media based in Chiang Mai, but sadly it's only published the content in Thai. And so I was working previously. I work in Mekong Migration Network, which work on like Myanmar issue, not Myanmar issue, about migration issue. So that's when I start to interest about Myanmar, and I also have like my friend, my colleague who is from Myanmar as well. We talk a lot about the Myanmar issue, so that's why I start to interest, and that's why I end up in Burma Concern, still working about Myanmar issue.
How much do you know about Myanmar?
I think I know more than like common Thai people, I guess.
Yeah, well, can you express your opinion on like how do you think about the landscapes of Burmese politics and Thai politics?
Oh yeah, Burmese and Thai politics, right? One of my professor told me that like after the Cold War, then Thai politics doesn't care much about the Myanmar politics anymore, but there's still a ties between military of Thai and Myanmar. We can see that like since the past they exchange like some kind of diplomatic mission between the military. I think since General Prem, like actually Min Aung Hlaing is the like kind of adoption to General Prem Tinasuranont, which is like one of the prominent Thai political figure as well. So you can see that the ties between the military is really close, and I think like Thai military might be one of the first group to visit Myanmar after the coup. Like we have nothing to do with the issue that much, so we just keep it only about the refugees. We never go further than the refugee issue when like Thai people talk about Myanmar.
On February 1st, 2021, in Myanmar, the coup happened, and after that, thousands of Myanmar people are, fleeing to Thailand. So how do you think of that?
Oh, the first thing that comes to my mind, right, is like, is this really happen again? On 2014, right, when there's the first election. At that time, I was still a freshman in the university, and I'm like, oh yeah. Like the Myanmar already like one step forward than us. We're still in like military government, and cannot do anything. But Myanmar, even if they were governed by the military for a really long time, they got an election that seems to be free, even if the regulation is still undemocratic. But
it's kind of like a fake democracy that we call.
Yeah, but NLD still won it anyway, so I'm like, oh yeah, they see the light before us already. When come back to the 2021, right? I'm like, oh, really? I think like it's gonna end really soon. Like there might be some part of military who doesn't want to join, and then blah blah, like Turkey. But then everything just like, okay, we need to revisit this issue again. A lot of refugees, both political and like displaced people from airstrike. Like at the time, I still remember that I joined the meeting of like the activists in Thailand, of Thai activists, and with some of activists from Myanmar as well, which like it's really long time, 2 years already, so I kind of forgot. But like Thai community, Thai activists, they were so ready about it. But then when we come back to the government or normal people, like we just, oh yeah, it happened again. Like that.
Yeah, and also I remember that Thai people also joined the Mekti Alliance. That it was like very it was that time I feel like, oh, Thai is a really great neighbor country for us. But then thousands of refugees and also like displaced people arrived in Thailand, and also Thai authorities, arrested people, and also asking money in Mesot and in the border area. So upon that, how do Thai young people, think of that?
I think I think if it's young people, right, I think they share the same idea as me. Like, it is really bad. They, like to say, they running for their life, but then they need to see some like really unfriendly creature like police, something like that. So yeah, it's really worse from them, especially when Thailand never has like a clear policies on the refugees. Then it really sucks for them. To be honest, like in Thai we say we run away from the tiger and then we see an alligator at the river. That's a Thai proverb. Yeah, like you run away from the danger and then you meet danger again. And then it's really unfair. Like especially Thai people got this thought from police every day, right? But then we are not faced the danger as the people from Myanmar. Like if they were deported, it means death for them. Yeah, like that. Thai people just, okay, we go to jail or we need to pay the bribe. But then for people from Myanmar, it's like life and death, which is really, really bad. It's really worse than us. So I think people in my generation, they quite like sympathetic and understand. We cannot say that we totally understand, but we can understand to some extent that this is really bad. And the police extortion need to be stopped, not for only Myanmar people and Thai people. Oh yeah, and especially for me who work in migration, right? There is a lot of case of like police extortion toward migrant workers in a lot of province. So yeah, we kind of feel for them and want to end all this.
And also, like, I know that Thai people didn't like to criticize, monarchy by others, like, before, like 4 or 5 years ago. I've heard that. They also have the Ramat Nai king photos in every house, and but now, like, Thai politics is in action. Like, we see that a lot of Thai people express their opinions on these protests in Bangkok and all over Thailand. Why is it? Why is most people are now expressing their feelings and their opinion?
When I was a kid, there's at that time like the conservative is still like the mainstream politics in Thai, right? Like I think if you remember Thaksin, judging from my memory, like when I was a kid, right? I think he is the first man that he was accused of like want to overthrow the monarchy. He was criticized by like the protest, the opposition. I think that's the first one I heard it, and I think like it shows that there is a movement. I don't say that Thaksin has this movement, but I think they know that there is a movement who want to overthrow the monarchy, but they just try to label Thaksin as that group. Like, but I think when I study about it, right, I think the first wave is to criticize the lèse majesté law, the defamation of the royals. Like I still remember, like when I was students in university, we still like gossip about monarchy as well. Yeah, so like Thai people do that for a long time, but to abolish it, I think some people think already, but I'm not sure like where it start. But then come back to the protest, right? After Rama IX death and the coronation of Rama X, right? The representation of these two monarchs is different. Rama IX is like, he have a close tie with military, but then at the same time, his presentation, his appearance to the public is like, he doesn't have that close tie that much. Discreetly, they have close relationship, but then in the public, it's like, they not have really close tie. But when it's come to Rama X, even his appearance to the military is really has the same constitution, I would say. in my opinion. Like you can see he lead the march and order the troops by himself. Even have like, even there's one decree that led one of the military regiment to put under his direct command. So like the military is really, it's both way. He showed himself that he really aligned to the military, and the military is really pleasing him as well. So I think when the protests come, that's why when they criticize the government, they criticize. That means they criticize the military, and then it needs to be connected with the military as well. And yeah, we can know from all the gossip that we see. Like I need to give credit to Bill. The German German tabloid, they really have a lot of things that is already been banned in Thailand already. It's that kind of thing, and with the internet, with the social media, right, it cannot block the truth anymore. So that's why the monarchy is perceived as a part of the problem as well.
With this kind of political situation and the monarchy, and you have great friends of Thai activists. What is like being an activist in Thailand?
In what I experienced from my friend, someone that I know got jailed for a long time. Maybe not that long, but some still get in trial to this day. The court system is quite slow. Like sometimes even the case doesn't reach the police yet. Like so, someone is still pending. There's a funny thing about Lanner as well. Like Lanner was like, there's someone charged Lanner with the sedition law, section 116. My author said that it haven't reached the police yet. I mean the case is still in the queue to reach the police. So he said like, if there is no like special order from someone, then we can just like ignore it. Because a lot of less majestic case and sedition law or violation of special decree, a lot of cases still haven't reached the police yet. Like it just still stacking and then wait to be carried out by the police. So it's not that every case is like that, but then the one that I see through my eyes, like the police brutality is something. It's really like, how to say, make some people really get trauma or was physical and mentally. Sometimes it's not police, sometimes it's just like, I think they're police, but then maybe they didn't dress as police, something like that. The fear, the trauma, they follow the activists to their house. Sometimes they're not even there, but their parent is the one who is there. Sometimes there is a call, anonymous call to them. When I work for Commoners Party, I got a call as well. Like it's just a random call with a random number, and they didn't even ask about me, but it made me feel like really, really anxious. They call me with the really like forceful voice. Do you know this name? I think it's woman. I think it's woman. The woman who called me asked like, do you know this name? And that name is my ex-girlfriend, which we still girlfriend at that time. I said, I have no experience about this, right? I didn't like a fool. I'm not that kind of activist. I never been followed before. And then like they say like, do you know where is she? I said, I don't know. I asked back like, who are you? And then they cut the call. It's made me really anxious. I call my ex-girlfriend like, okay, where are you? I just received a call just like this, and I'm like, oh well.
Oh, interesting. I've never think that Thai will also face those kind of things, because that kind of call and also like police searching into the activist house is in Myanmar. It was like that. At night, people police came and raided the house and arrest the people. But then if there is no one, they just call their parents and put them in jail and those kind of terrible things.
But I would say we are softer. We are not like killing everyone, something like that. Like
course.
They still have a face to lose, so they not do anything that too much direct. But they know that like, as we are like Asian country, right? We still have like filial piety, still have like feel collective among families, right? So they know like, if they pressure the family, then it affects the activists as well. And that's what a lot of my friends told me as well that their family like pressure them or really feel really cared about them. They follow as well, like a lot of time they follow an activist. There's one time as well, they not follow me directly, but they follow my friend. My friend is from 3 southern province. That there is a conflict there, right, between like Malayu people and the Thai government. My friend, he is Malayu, and then there's like one security officer following him, and then I noticed it because like we joined one activity. At that time, the facility building that we were in, it's 5 p.m. already, but we still sitting and chit chat with my friend, right? And there's one guy who sit downstairs and never going anywhere and trying to like write something or doing something like that. Yeah, they like that, and like really quite disturbing to be someone to follow you. I told them as well. Yeah, they say, oh, it's quite common for us. Really sad to hear about this.
Yeah. On May 14 election, the Move Forward Party won, majority votes, but their leader Peter didn't become a prime minister. Why is that? What's your opinion on it?
Right now, there is like 2 groups that fight each other, like Pheu Thai supporter and Cao Kai supporter. I think for me, it's a question of mild reform or revolution, not revolution, swift reform. Pheu Thai, I think the thing that Pheu Thai did, like, I need to explain at first, like, Pita got 150, right, and Pheu Thai got 140. In democratic constitution, everywhere in the world, they can easily form a government. But
I mean, like even with Turkey, I mean, they already formed the
coalition. Thanks to the 2014 constitution, we have a Senate, which is really constitutional drafting committee from Thailand. They got inspired by the Myanmar military.
No.
Yeah. So they add a clause in the constitution that let the Senate vote for the PM for like 5 years. It's similar to the military who already sit in the House of Assembly, right? Yeah. We adopted from the from the Myanmar. I didn't say this out of nowhere, but the Thai political science said it as well. So the problem is you need to have like at least 375 votes to vote for the PMs. 290 is past the half already, but it's not enough to vote for the PM. There is more details about it, like when to vote and when not. When Senate can and when Senate cannot, it become like this. That's why develop into a lot of scenarios that we are facing right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what will happen next?
Pheu Thai will form government with the previous government, but Pheu Thai will be the leader. There is a fighting among, we call like orange and red right now. Orange for MFP and red for the Pheu Thai. They're fighting a lot, but I think the question among them is like whether they want mild reform or swift reform. Mild reform, yes, that's what Pheu Thai is doing. So Pheu Thai is like, how to say, make a transition period toward democracy. So like Indonesia, I guess, in 1998 they still have like the party that was part of military that still run the government at some time, and then it's gradually lose popularity until they get out of the politics. Maybe Pheu Thai think like that, but the problem with Pheu Thai is like they promise so much thing, but they cannot do it. They promise not to join with the military, and then they few days ago they say, okay, they need to join. How to say, they promise a lot, but they cannot like carry out what they say. So that's why it's anger the other part, the orange part, and then it's a deed of the leading party to form a government. Pheu Thai is promised too much and cannot carry it out.
Okay. So in Bangkok, there are like so many protests every day, and what do young people angry about it?
Like because young people vote for MFP, and then I think the MFP base now is Bangkok, and Bangkok is already like has a lot of political awareness and political active, so it's become a ground for the protest. But yeah, most of the protests right now would be from the MFP supporter. To be honest, this time a lot of policies of Thai political parties, they're quite like similar to each other. Some may be more distinct than others. As I am a member of Communist Party, I still like MFP is like how to say it's just okay to vote. I'm not like support it that much, but yeah, MFP they are the only party that address about the Myanmar issue.
Yeah, we also have the Thai limits. So thank you for sharing your experiences and your story also.
Thank you.
For the boys, for the boy, for the boys, for the boys, for the boy, for the boys, for the boys, for the boy, for the boys, for the boys, for the boy, for the boys, for the boys, for the